OMGs, boys, girls, in-betweeners, Regam here, and I'm back with a channel update video. I haven't actually done one of these in a while. If you haven't listened to one of these before, it's probably good for you. I waffle a lot. If you like listening to me just rant and waffle and talk completely unscripted, I have, generally when I do, news videos or stuff like that, I have a script either in front of me or a list of bullet points in front of me. I have nothing of the sort right now. I'm just talking completely off the cuff. So if we go off track, you were warned. You had prior warning. So there you go. But I did want to do a channel update just because some things have been changing lately, and I really do actually appreciate all you guys who are subscribers, who have stuck with me for as long as you've been here, or however long that may be. And I feel like you guys deserve to be kept in the know, kept abreast things that are happening on the channel and in my life and things like that, because I don't want you to feel left out in the cold. I have always wanted this to be a experience where we are a community, where even if I've never met you personally, that you do have an effect on me, and I hope that what I do has an effect on you. And so yeah, I occasionally have these little fireside chats just about what's going on, things, what's not, that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. And the primary reason for doing this, before we get off topic onto other things, actually, let's get off topic. There's some Devil May Cry playing in the background. DMC5. I did make some videos about this for a couple of trailers because I actually really love DMC. And I will confess that I did buy it at launch, and I've already finished it. This is actually New Game Plus that you're seeing here. So if you're like, oh, Red, you suck at this, why are you so bad at Devil May Cry? It's New Game Plus. So the enemies are harder, they're all mixed up, that kind of thing. So it is a bit tougher. So that's that. If you're worried about spoilers, there are no spoilers in this chapter. The only spoilers are really audio-based, and you can't hear what they're saying. So feel free to watch it, because you're not going to learn anything. You just get to see me just fighting badly with V. V's fun, though. Can we talk about that for a second? V is fun. DMC5 is a great fucking game. Like I said, finished it. I think I didn't get, the super secret ending, but I got a decent ending, I think. I'm going to have to check the YouTubes. But yeah, it's really good. Capcom have fucking hit it out of the park this year. Between Resident Evil 2 Remake and Devil May Cry 5, it's amazing the revival that Capcom have had in these last few months. It's amazing that they start making really fucking great games again when they start giving people what they actually ask for rather than what Capcom thinks that they want. And I think that's brilliant, and it really gives me a lot of hope for Street Fighter going ahead. Probably not for Street Fighter 5, because I'll probably do a different video about this at some point. I think that Street Fighter 5 is pretty much done at this point. I think that by virtue of the fact that we haven't heard anything about new DLC characters, we haven't even seen a Season 4.5 patch yet, which is really concerning, actually. I think that we're probably going to get one more character this year, because that'll balance out the character select menu. There's still one gap on the far side, the right side, I think, of the menu for another character, so we'll probably get one more. And I think that'll be it at this stage. So that's where Street Fighter is, and I'll make a video about that, talking about that when we have a little bit more information and I have a bit more time. But yeah, DMC5, great. If you haven't played Devil May Cry, this is still a great fucking jumping in point, honestly, because Devil May Cry has never really had the strongest legacy of plot. So you can pretty much jump into Devil May Cry 5 and not really be missing out on anything. There's a couple of references to 4, but it's alright. It's fine. You'll be fine. Trust me when I say it's a great fucking purchase, and it's only about 10 to 12 hours for the playthrough, but it's, as I told my friend Dre, who I also bought the game for because it's that fucking good, it's a game which is really built around the concept of going back and doing New Game Plus, things like that. Because you're trying to get more orbs, buy more skills, get more stylish combos, things like that. So don't let the short playtime fool you. It's not really built for that. It is really built for that replay factor. That's it. That's enough about Devil May Cry 5. We already got off track before I even talked about the thing that I wanted to make the video about. Isn't that great? The reason that I made this video is that if you are a avid fan of watching me on Twitch, you've probably noticed that the last couple of months haven't been a lot of Twitch streams. I've been maybe one a week, maybe. And I really want to talk about that because I really want to keep you guys in the loop about that, because I know some of you at least are probably thinking, well, shit, is Red losing interest in streaming? Is he losing interest in YouTube? Has he just lost his passion for this sort of thing? Does he hate Street Fighter now? Things like that. And So if you are one of the people thinking those things, I want to set your mind at ease. If you're not, and you just had time to have those hallucinations, you're welcome. But yeah, they're like, compared to last year, I was streaming like 4 or 5 nights a week for minimum 4 to 6 hours a night, and it was crazy. I was really trying to build up the stream audience, because YouTube is fun in its own way, but Twitch is also fun in its own way. So I was trying to really build that up, and I went nuts at it. I threw myself in that because I had nothing else to do. I had no job at the time. I was completely unemployed, and I thought, well, if I'm gonna have 18 hours a day or whatever to just fuck around, may as well try and do something productive with it. So I did a lot of streaming, and that was kind of how we managed to almost get to Diamond, which we still are almost at Diamond, haven't really progressed from there. And things like that. But then things changed, and I did get a job, actually. If you follow me on Twitter or Discord or anything like that, you probably would have known this, but there's links below. You can just go to the links below and follow me on Twitter or Facebook. Just don't follow me on Facebook because I really just use that for posting streams, but definitely just follow me on Twitter and go to Discord and things like that. Yeah, I got a job earlier this year, and it really caused me to refocus a lot of my priorities, because life's hard. If you haven't realized this already, I'm guessing you have, because my key demographic is males aged 18 to 35. YouTube has told me this. You've probably realized by now that life is hard. And as a result of that, the last few years of my life, this is going to be a little bit of a real talk, I guess, without giving away too many personal details, but the last few years of my life have been really hard for me. There's been a lot of fluctuations in terms of where I live, in terms of my income, in terms of my job status, things like that. And it really sort of culminated in 18 months ago. I was forced to leave my apartment and come and stay with my parents for a while, I didn't plan to do it for 18 months. I only planned to do it for 3, and it just kind of spun out of control from there. But so yeah, I've been kicking it with the folks for the last year and a half, and it sucks. It really does. That's not their fault. That's just a fact of life, that living with your parents sucks, and we all know this. But that's kind of where things were, and being in that position really forced me to reevaluate a lot of priorities in my life, because I'm like, well, I thought I had life figured out. I thought I knew what I had to do, and I thought that the path that I chose for myself was the right one. And when you look around and you've been staying with your folks for 18 months, bouncing around between jobs, you kind of go, well, you're kind of forced by life to reevaluate. You kind of go, well, maybe this isn't working out the way that I thought it was. Maybe I'm not as right as I thought. Maybe some of my choices aren't that good. And so when I did get this job, I really shifted those priorities a bit, and I really said, this is going to be, if I'm going to get out of here and make my life work again, I really need to focus on what's important. And that one of those things is obviously making sure my job works out and I don't fuck that up. There's that, and other stuff, I go to gym a lot now because I was really out of shape, and I still am out of shape, and it's not good. It's not a good place to be when you have very low self-esteem as a result of that. And so those became my really 2 big priorities. I really felt like I need to, 2019, Red Gamut's got to get his shit together, basically. And as a result, it's not a case that I've really lost my passion for YouTube or Twitch. It's just that I've just had bigger priorities. And there's been some other changes as well, especially recently in the last couple of weeks. A lot of big family drama, things like that, which I'm not going to get into. But that was also a key factor which was draining a lot of my energy for the last couple of weeks. That's cleared up, thankfully. But yeah, the key points still remain that I gotta make this job work, and I've got to get my butt in shape, because I'm not going to spend the rest of my life as a big fatty. So there's the 2 things that I've been focusing on the most pretty much for all of 2019 thus far. And there is good news for this. If you don't consider that good news, well, that's kind of shitty of you, but there is good news. If you are worried about streams and things like that, is that things are going really well as a result of that, and they are really moving in the right direction. And hopefully, fingers crossed, rabbit's tails, I don't know what other good luck charms you got, I'll be able to move back into my own place within a month or so, 6 weeks kind of territory, months to 6 weeks, depending on how things shake out. And I'm really looking forward to that, not just because I get my independence back, obviously, but I'll be able to set up a stream room, I'll be able to get, a green screen set up, all that kind of stuff that I've really been wanting to do for a very long time and haven't been able to do, to lift the production quality of what I do, because I'm never really content with what I do. I always want to look for ways to make it better, to make it more engaging, to make it more interesting, things like that. So, and that's even why I just did an experiment recently with the thumbnails. You probably noticed that the thumbnails changed, and I was just like trying, well, maybe I can make a thumbnail which is more engaging, maybe one that's basically just going to work better on mobile, things like that. So I tried a new design. It hasn't really been working well. There's been a big spike in unsubscriptions. I don't know if that's actually a coincidence or whether it's a result of the thumbnails, but I did notice that since I did that, a lot of people have been unsubscribing. So we'll probably go back to the ones we were using previously in the next few days if that doesn't turn around. But yeah, so I really do want to actually make things better, and I really do want to go back to BL streaming more, and I should be able to once I'm back being by myself and I don't have the responsibility of trying to work with other people in my family and things like that, to be able to go back to streaming. Not 5 nights a week, obviously, that's just insanity and I don't have that luxury, but certainly at least a couple of nights a week would definitely be my goal at that stage, and what we would have then would be a better quality setup as well. So that's really where things are right now. That's really my goals going ahead in 2019. My plans is to get that independence back and get that stream room set up and do all that funky stuff and hopefully give you guys a better experience. So please, if you were thinking that I was neglecting Twitch and neglecting YouTube, I'm definitely not. It's just, logistics. It's life getting in the way of things, and just me having to put on my big boy pants and basically handle priorities, essentially. So that's kind of it for that. So I don't think there's really anything else I want to talk. Oh, and I had a cold too. That was the other thing for the last couple of weeks. I had a really shithouse cold, which even now I still haven't actually completely I don't have any cold symptoms, but I keep coughing up crap regardless, and I've been doing it for like the last 2 weeks. So I was a little bit concerned to try and stream with that and not be sniffling and coughing and things like that. So there you go. That's the state of the Red Gamut Union in March of 2019. I'm really hoping that things improve over the coming months. It looks like they're going to, and hopefully that doesn't change, because I've done some pretty shitty videos in the past about having to start Patreons and things, try and get money, because life hasn't gone so well. So I think it would be good if life did go well for a change. So that's it for me now, guys. So I've waffled on long enough. Buy Devil May Cry 5 if you haven't already. It's really good. Like I said, I've already finished it. I'll probably, when I do go back to streaming Street Fighter, it's given me a chance to have a break from Street Fighter 2, which is probably not a bad thing, because mighty fuck, I was really starting to not enjoy playing that game. Although I haven't played much Dead or Alive since it came out either, which is a bit of a bummer. But anyway, I'll probably be playing on the Platinum account, which is actually Super Platinum now, but I'll probably be playing on the PlayStation account for a little while just to get back in the game, because at this point I don't think I've played it for at least a month, and I'm going to be rusty, so I'm going to need a little time to shake off the rust from that. So expect a few more videos on that account. I don't know when I'll go back to pushing for Diamond. I really feel like that's a big commitment to push for Diamond. I mean, yeah, I might jump on and do it one night. I don't know. But that probably won't be the case. And it's very stressful trying to play at that level for me, and you really can't make mistakes. It's just, I mean, it's Diamond. It's not easy to get to. That's the whole fucking point. So I feel like that'd be a big commitment for me. So I want to wait until I have a gap in my life where I can dedicate a couple of weeks to really just try and smash Diamond out, basically. So that might be after I move. Actually, probably will be after I move. So that's where the Diamond's going right now. So until then, we'll probably just play it safe and stay on the PS4 account for now, or maybe the alternate PC account. I don't know. There just won't be a run for Diamond just yet. So I just want to make sure that I don't get too rusty at the same time. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you got something out of it. I think the biggest takeaway from this is that if you are in a similar position, and I know some of you are, if you're in a position where life has been kicking you while you're down and you feel like the world's against you and things like that, I would implore you to not give up, that things can get better, that things will turn around, but you have to make it work yourself. You can't wait for it to happen. You have to go out and make it happen. And if you can do that, it'll work out. Things will get better. The skies will clear. Don't worry about it. So that's it, guys. Kisses, hugs, belly rubs. I will see all of you very soon.